special guests here today are they have a web series currently on YouTube, and it's right up our alley. So for anybody that loves disturbing talks, you'll love these people. Special guest, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Ryan Holbrook.
I'm Jamie Holbrook.
And of course, what are you guys here with? What's your web series?
Our web series is LA Macabre.
LA Macabre. And for anyone out there, I know we put a posting on Truly Disturbing, www.trulydisturbing.com.
Thank you for that. That was awesome, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. I meant every single word I put on there. When I say this is my new favorite web series, it literally is my new favorite web series.
Cool.
What exactly is LA Macabre?
LA Macabre is originally it was diving into the history of LA, like the gruesome, grisly history. You know, we have a lot of fascinating murders and unsolved kind of things that have happened here, and that was the original concept, was to kind of delve into that and explore that. Now it's kind of transitioning. Yeah.
Yeah. Before it seemed like it started off very much like a educational thing about the dark underbelly of LA and Hollywood itself. Yeah. And you guys even mentioned like Hollywood Babylon, which is a book that was written about everything deep and dark, disturbing about LA. So now it seems as if you guys are kind of experiencing the underbelly of LA for yourselves.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. You know, it's interesting. The Manson family, there was so much to explore in that one, and you can't really do a story about the history of LA's murders without talking about the Manson family. You have to talk about the Manson family.
Yeah, definitely.
But there was this other family that was sort of similar, kind of related, that's a little more recent, that hadn't been talked about and hadn't been explored.
So it's just basically, it's something that you guys studied when going into like the Charles Manson murders. It was something that kind of just revealed itself, I guess, in the underlying.
Yeah, our uncle also did investigate the new family. So
oh, really?
Yeah, there's some influence from that for sure. It always kind of like irked him that he never could fully solve it.
Yeah. Now with the new family, it's like you guys are kind of digging into some darker territory now.
Yeah.
And you know what? I forgot to mention, before we go any further, we forgot to mention 1/3 of you are missing today.
Yes. Yeah.
Which you on the show, it's Ryan as the host, and then Jamie's behind the scenes, and then Colin is the director.
That's correct.
So Colin, you don't hear him. What happened with our friend Colin?
He's right now with Callie, I think.
Callie, you have...
Yeah, he should be here. I mean, he should be promoting the show, but I don't know, he's a little preoccupied these days.
Do you feel that them getting a little closer is kind of messing with this a bit?
Yeah, I think it messes with the integrity of the show. I mean, when you're trying to get information from somebody, you want to be objective, and if you're having relations with somebody, you can't remain objective.
There's a bit of a bias. It becomes
a little bit of a bias. That's my fear. I think hopefully the fans are kind of just taking it in stride, and they're still interested, regardless of the relationship. This is investigative journalism. We're trying to find, facts and get an eyewitness testimony, and now it's kind of being muddled by this relationship.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but now we have an in.
Yeah, and that
makes sense too.
Yeah, that's a good point, I guess.
With now Jamie, you being kind of brought into this thing a little bit later, how has it been so far for you? You guys are investigating this deep dark family.
It's pretty interesting. I like to kind of see where it goes, and it being kind of documentary style now, we never really know what's going to happen. Yeah. So
that makes it fun for sure, but at the same time, it makes it a little bit freaky
scary.
At the time.
Yeah, it can get a little intense, but it's pretty interesting.
Well, I mean, and it seems as if in the show you try to remain a little bit more kind of like neutral. You try. It seems as if Ryan was a little bit hesitant to get into the new format because he wanted to, go with all the other stories and not just specifically get into this.
I mean, they're both really great ideas for a show, and LA has a lot of really creepy things that have happened. So obviously, there's a lot of information that we could get into there, but at the same time, I feel like sticking with this one thing is working for us, and so I kind of want to explore that a little bit more and see where it leads us.
And it definitely is a very interesting story to see you guys unfold it as this this amazing mystery. It's almost like watching Seven, and you're seeing all the things happening, going in front. Yeah. It's really amazing to see you guys. I love the show. I watch it, and I think it's great. And even the little tidbits you guys put of the behind the scenes stuff, I find it, hilarious. You guys put out some good stuff. And then now,
yeah, and Jamie's got her vlogs too. So
that's right, Jamie's vlog.
Jamie's vlogs.
Jamie Macabre.
Jamie Macabre.
It seems as if now, like you've been getting a little bit of some freaky stalker things going on.
Yeah. By the way, yeah, and I should just say, if anybody's listening, please don't take that as an invite. Like,
yeah, they don't need to be hassled.
No, yeah. So somebody filmed us.
I saw that too.
Yeah, I mean that's freaky because it's even closer to home. Hopefully it was just some fan trying to get a rise out of us or something. But
I mean, you get your like you say, creepers. You get them out there, and especially when you're dealing with something like this.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. I mean, for any, I mean, you can for in history, the history of cinema and history of Hollywood, there have been movies out there like Rosemary's Baby that deal with cults, and so it's like with those movies and having that to compare it to, it's like you do like it's also evident too that these people are unrelentless. Mm-hmm. So at the same time, does that play into this? Like, do you guys find yourselves maybe a little bit worried at the fact that cults usually they might go away, but they never really do go away? Does that play into it as well? Like, do you guys have a...
That's a good question. I will say that I think, the psychological programming is nothing to joke around with. Like you said, they become relentless. I think when you're involved in a cult like, the Manson family or the New family, like, you're in this tight-knit group, and that is the world that you know, and you start getting brainwashed into thinking whatever dogma they're spitting at you. And that can lead to some very dangerous roads. And so there are some dangerous people out there who I think probably still have that programming or are susceptible to relapsing into that programming. And it's just kind of scary what people are capable of. I think that as much as it is scary that we are investigating this, I'd rather uncover the truth,